leaving the house. We got some snow last night. Even the school, it doesn't look bad at all on the roads anymore, but even the school was 2 hours late. Started 2 hours late for my daughter, so that's how it is today. On the way to Lewiston, Idaho to pick up some freight, and it's going to Seattle area. Delivers in the morning, picks up now. And check this out, in Lewiston, just 100 miles away, look at that grass. There's grass over there. It's all green out here. Look at that. 100 miles, they're in a hole here, but they always have a really nice spring. They always have a hot summer. So good to go? I believe so. I've been here many times before. There's going to be 2 areas only where the freight would be. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to go check in over here first at the general shipping area. Let's see if it's here. If not, there's going to be one more place around the corner, but even this gentleman says you're probably going to need building 21. Usually this is where it's at. Last time I was here in the summertime, it was actually the other side, but we'll figure it out. It ain't no big deal. We'll be all good. Usually right here, this is the place for the most part where drivers need to be at. Check in that way?
Right on the corner of this building.
Gotcha, okay. So, just found out freight is not right here. There was a contact. Should have called him first, but it's okay. Usually, last few times I've been picking up, it's been picking up from here. And if it's not been here, over the many years, it's been picking up from somebody met me over here too. So anyway, I got to go to the front gate. You guys gonna meet me there. I guess we're gonna transload it, or I don't know what's gonna happen over there. He said meet me at the main gate, and I don't know, maybe he'll take me to the freight from there, or he's gonna bring me the freight. I'm not sure.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Well, time thing for us, so we went off site.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Should I back on up to you guys, or is it doable?
But I mean, it's something we can maneuver.
All right. It'll stay on to this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to strap that one, then
Yeah,
you'll be good.
just Bradford down. That's
Cool.
good.
Okay, I'll have you sign my paperwork. I'll leave you a copy, and
That's a good little setup you got in there.
yeah, it's, you know, just as good as a
sure it's not the warmest.
Oh, it's the warmest. I have it all insulated.
Oh, yeah?
I've got a diesel air heater in there, just like a semi truck does. All it doesn't have is a shower and a toilet.
All right.
I believe here. And I'll strap it in, that way you can get pictures of it being all strapped in. It's a nice day today. We got snow in Spokane. I imagine probably the same as Spokane. I didn't drive through, you know, to there or through there. I came the back way.
I have one kid that lives in there.
Oh, okay.
So, my daughter lives in Spokane, and then one boy lives in Seattle, and the other boy lives in Lakewood.
Man, you guys, anywhere you go, I guess you got somewhere to stay if you need it.
I won't stay with them.
No?
Hell no. They're freaking slobs. Oops.
Okay, I'll leave you with the same copy too. That way you have one.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Take a photo.
Yeah, I'll do one more strap. Where?
Something on that. Could have actually just gone across the body. That's good for the woman in charge.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'd be careful going over the pass. It was kind of nasty when I came over Sunday.
Okay.
So they were supposed to get another foot.
I'm ready for snow. I got chains. I've got. Oh.
Yeah, chains were required, but for
Not all-wheel drive. Yeah. They started doing that like the last 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
You could be fine, and then now all of a sudden it's all about the money. I got caught one time about 4 years ago over there. $500.
I watched four cops go one way or the other. They just kept looking, you know, okay,
Yeah,
I'm all by myself.
They go like when it gets dark, they like half their body hangs out the window and they're with the flashlights.
Yeah.
It's money. It's big money.
It'd be one thing like if you were stuck and you caused an issue and they find you for that, sure. But like if you're still making it through, big deal.
Yeah, I was going. I didn't have chains. I knew the sign, what it said, and I was just behind a semi, hiding. And somehow, I don't know how, but he either saw underneath or whatever. They know what's four-wheel drive and what's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, $500 is what it cost me one time.
Ouch.
And you can't like. It doesn't matter if you get a lawyer or whatever.
Like
That doesn't.
you're screwed.
Yeah, you're kind of done. It's one of those. It doesn't go on your record, but money. All right, thanks, guys.
Safe trip.
We'll get it there. Okay, you guys saw everything with your own eyes. This is it. Just reloaded it like I thought. Actually, I think I saw this guy somewhere down the road over there. I think they were having a lunch break probably, and they had to come back. But yeah, that's it. It's just a valve of some sort. So they said snow in the forecast over there. We'll see, I guess. I'll be driving right through there. Hopefully all good. But if not, I'm prepared, you know. I'll show you my tires. Look at this. You don't think that's prepared? I don't know what is.
The driver that was going to recover the load, you know, with the empty truck, came there, and all they found is just a bucktail.
You guys want to know the answer to a really interesting question? The question is, who's making money in expediting? A lot of people think that the whole trucking business and expediting is dead altogether. There's a few folks that, you know, are leaving the business because things got a little tougher. The loads are not as great. A lot of people are not happy that they get to sit and wait a day or two here and there. Not every time, not every day, but yeah, there's going to be a wait. Some folks just do not understand that that's how trucking is. Nobody has a load in hand, neither the broker Neither do we, nobody. So expedite loads, you can't book them ahead of time. It's all emergency, time critical freight that all of a sudden something came up, and that's what we do. We go and pick it up and go and get it there ASAP. That's what the business is all about. So for the guys that think that, you know, they should have a load every single day waiting for them as soon as they arrive, or even before they arrive, people should start already looking for loads. Well, we do have that state and that area picked where you're going to be delivering to, but guess what? There's not many loads for the next day because the loads come out now. They come out like this, you know, and the closer you are, the better of a chance you got to, you know, to get the load. The further you are from where the pickup is, the worse of a chance we got. Also, the deadhead, you know, if you're 150 miles away or 100 miles away, you know us, we try to pay you all the miles to the pickup and to the delivery, and then from delivery, if it's a bad area, to the next better place. So all miles paid, you know, all that. If somebody's standing there closer and their dispatch is just not worried about them, doesn't care about where they go, where they end up tomorrow, yeah, they're gonna get that load instead of us, because, you know, we try to pay the most and get every mile paid for the most part. Things are changing right now. It's winter time, slow time, so on and so forth. So the people that make money right now are the ones. Pay attention. If you need to grab a pen, go ahead and grab it. Let me know when you're ready. Actually, I can pause, but what's the point? When you're ready to jot this down, you jot this down. The folks that make the most amount of money right now and that are successful at doing this are who? They're the ones who are not complaining, and they're the ones who go where the load takes them. Not just regional, not within the state, not within the next couple of states by you, so on and so forth. You got to be available to go wherever the load goes. And then it's our job to find that kind of a load for you that pays you to pick up, to delivery, and if it's a bad area delivery, then to the next best place after delivery. That's our job. That's what we do. And that's a lot of work, because expediting is all load board based. It's also a lot of work for dispatch. If you think it's just easy, sit behind a computer and just, you know, get a load and send the info to the driver and then, you know, have driver deliver, print out a piece of paper, that's not how it works. There's a lot that goes into this. Sometimes driver can't find the place, sometimes there's no contact, sometimes you arrive and everything's closed and we got to make phone calls and everything else, and we do have to bid every single load and wait 20 minutes on every single bid and then move on to the next one. And that's for every driver, every load. It's all bid board and bid based. It's not just make a phone call like trucking, you know. You see a load on a trucking load board, broker puts out their phone number, you just call them up, negotiate a price because he already has the load in hand. This is way different because the broker does not have the load in hand. 99.9% of the time they don't have the load, so they have to quote it to their customer. And who's their customer? Could be another broker most likely, or it could be an actual customer, which is very rare. It's usually gets passed on from hand to hand to hand to hand. There's a big chain that's involved between us and the broker and who the broker gets the load from, and who the actual owner of the load is. So hope that makes sense. If you guys want to make money and do this, plan on being on the road for 2 to 3 weeks at a time to make this money. Yeah, the sucky part is, yes, people get homesick. That's part of the job. Staying away from home, being away from home is part of trucking. Go ask any truck driver and he'll tell you that. Any truck driver will tell you that. Anybody who wants to do local and stays within the state, they don't make that much. What pays is the mileage, because you get paid per mile. So you want to have the maximum amount of miles in 1 week. That way your weekly paycheck could be huge and not just under $1,000, you know? Who wants to do this if they're making under $1,000 a week? It's not worth it. Insurance, fuel, maintenance, no payment if you have one. I don't have one, but people have all these payments. Plus you got, you know, payments you need, bills at home you got to pay, all that stuff. You got to be on the road. If you're not prepared to be on the road for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, don't even bother with this. Don't even. If you can't go in the snow, right now it's the snow time. If you can't drive in the snow, don't even bother. It's not for you. I'm just being straight up, blunt. You can cry about it. You can do whatever you want. You know, you can move on to the next video and watch somebody else who's going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm telling you how it is. There's a lot of competition right now. This business has gone viral. There's a lot of people that do this. A lot of people just live in the van. They don't even have a home. So they live in the van. They don't have many bills. So they're okay with driving for cheap prices. All things considered, fuel, insurance, your van payment, maintenance, oil changes, food is very expensive these days. So everything considered, when you add everything up, if you're just trying to be local or regional or whatever, you're not going to make it. Those of you, you're going to know who I'm talking about if you do this. But those of you who go and deliver a load, then all of a sudden turn around and drive straight back home for no reason without waiting for the next load, that's just stupidity. I don't even understand that. Basically, if you're driving 500 miles and you turn around and you go straight home empty because you like to stay local or whatever, guess what? You're not getting paid $1 a mile. You're getting paid 50 cents a mile. And then when you do all your math, you're making maybe 10 cents, if even that, per mile. After you add up all your bills, your fuel, everything else. You can't just turn around and go home. You got to wait for your next load. If you need to go home, I understand if something comes up, but not every single day. If you're looking to be home every day, every other day, every single weekend, this job is not for you. It's just straight up truth. It's not. You got to be on the road 2 to 3 weeks at a time to make it in this job. Hope that makes sense. It's only the beginning of November and these guys are all festive over here. Got Christmas lights on and everything. I'm filling up at a Chevron, look at that. They're ready for Christmas. Us? I don't know. Let's see, what do we got? 14. Here's the price. That's the rate per gallon right now. No discount at this one. This is the reason I came here. But now I got to remember that they don't do any discounts. Kind of sucks. Still, it's a little 20 cents cheaper than the usual prices. Here we are, 8:30, and I'm here sleeping on site because they are closed for the night. There, I'm sleeping right in the back of the building. I don't know why most drivers don't do that, but hey, I do. Got the heater going. It is 37 degrees. You guys want to see the heater? I'll show you the heater. It's winter time. I think I need to do a special video about the heater. And, you know, let's go see what it's doing. Okay guys, little disclaimer, right? This is not a perfect camper setup or anything like that. This is my Expediting setup. It's something that works for work and it's practical. I'm sure maybe somebody has some different, better way. If you do, write it in the comments. I'll be glad to hear about it. I'll, you know, maybe I'll change my setup. But for now, this is my third van. The bed is my original bed. I always just take it out of the whatever older van that I have. If I buy a new one, like when I bought this one, I just remove everything, the box right there, the bed, everything. I remove it, sell the van, and put it in the next one. So I only built the bed once, did it all by myself without anybody doing it for me, and it's just been working out great ever since. And you know, I haven't really modified anything or made anything, you know, different. So here's what everything is like. The bed sits like this. A lot of the freight will actually fit under the bed. If it's, I don't know how tall it is. I think it's like, I don't want to lie, I don't know how tall it is. But a lot of times, a lot of the freight will fit right under the bed, and I don't have to do anything, and I sleep like that. I can fit 2 pallets here before the bed and still have a little bit of room. 2 48 by 48 pallets can go without me having to do anything with this huge bed. I mean, this is big. It's not tiny. It's a full-size bed. It measures 54 wide, 75 long. And when I sleep on this, obviously 75 long for me is not long enough. So when I sleep all by myself, I sleep from here. My head's usually right here. My legs are over there. So I go corner to corner. Works out great for me. The heater, right? Let's look underneath in the heater. It's right there, the red one. There's a reason why I have it right there. First of all, it's really close to the leader hose that comes out, the original, from under the seat. So it's easy and close. You don't have to do any dragging of the fuel lines or any other lines, anything like that. You don't have to drag anything anywhere to install this thing. It's really easy this way. Second of all, why it's against the wall? Because you want your freight to be sliding in and out and use the most out of your space, so it's up against the wall. Another reason why it's right there versus anywhere else, and why my bed is here, is because I like it to blow under the bed. I mean, in all reality, you guys are using, I'm using everything for warmth. And I sleep on top of a gel memory or gel memory foam type of mattress. That thing gets cold if there's nothing underneath it, so it's always best to have heat rises. So you see that right there, the pipe, it's actually on right now. So all my heat is actually blowing, goes under the bed, distributes everything itself, and then it comes out from the front, from the sides, from over there. Anyways, the heat comes this way and up. You can put that pipe and, you know, redirect it any way you want. You can have it blow overhead if you want. I have it there because I like it like that. If you guys have a better idea, write it in the comments, let me know. So that's the heater, 37 degrees in Seattle right now. I turned it on. It's on the lightest, I believe. Let's look at it. I think it's on the lightest setting, actually. Is it? Yeah, 1.7. This is supposedly they lied to me. Supposedly it was supposed to be at 3,000 kilowatts. Well, they sent me a 5. So this thing goes up to 5,000 kilowatts. The lowest setting is 1.7, which 1.7, a lot of times it's too hot. I have an insulated van. If I close everything off, it gets a little too hot. But, you know, I make do with it. I've got my hole right here, so, you know, some of it escapes that way if it ever needs to be redone or whatever. I don't know, might have to. I still got to do I still have to do a different type of fan over here. I haven't done it yet. Haven't suffered enough yet, I guess, in the heat. Everywhere I go, like Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Washington State, you know, at night it hasn't been hot enough to where, you know, you have to use AC or fan or anything like that. So been working pretty good for me. That's the little rundown of the heater. It's a diesel heater. They sell it on Amazon. That's where I got mine from, 140 bucks, I believe. Right now the prices might have gone up a little bit on them. Maybe it's like 160 now, I'm not sure. There you go, maybe now you can see my face on all the wrinkles, right? It's a nifty little light that I got. Look at this. That's an Amazon item too. Boom. And then a little piece turns on over here. And it swivels. You can go this way. Close off. It can go this way. Close that way. It's got a piece of magnet right there. It's rechargeable with a USB. You can hang it if you want. And it actually even also twists as well, side to side too. I don't know, with one hand it's kind of hard to show you guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, here goes. It twists. You see that? Pretty cool little light. I don't know, I'm happy with it. I like flashlights. I'm happy with it. The name of it is Dr. Prepare. Chinese one. Dr. Prepare. Anyways, guys, I'm going to relax. I'm going to have me some oolong tea. Oh, I'll show you guys that, what I'm going to do. I got some oolong tea. You guys probably don't even know what that is, huh? Where did I have it? Here's my tea bag. So it's called Dragon Eye. It comes in a different package, but in that package, there's this package inside of it. Look at that. Dragon Eye Oolong Tea. It's hard to show you guys what it is. It's not just black tea and it's not green tea. It's got a little hint of, tiny little hint of some kind of a plant in there. Some kind of a fruitiness. Not much. But I got myself hot water. And this. I don't got no sugar. I don't need it. So I got hot water in here. I've got my regular coffee mug, and I also brought one of these with me. So I'm going to make me some oolong tea right now before I go to bed. Get nice and ready for bed, warm tea, and go to bed. Nothing better than some traffic at 6:30 in the morning. Gotta love it. I don't. That's why I don't live here. But hey, there's a reason these people live here. There's a reason this traffic is here. That means people are going to work. That's good. That's better than not going to work. So I got woken this morning. First time I got woken up, which was I felt like somebody was hitting my tire with their foot, or just slamming into the van somehow, like doing a body slam. That's kind of what it felt like. That's what it sounded like. So I woke up to that, looked out the window. I see a guy sitting in his car. I'm like, huh, I don't know what time it was. I didn't look at what time it was. So I thought, what the heck is this guy doing, Came out to talk to him. I'm like, what's up? He's like, how you doing? I'm like, good. It was like somebody hitting the back of my van. He's like, no, maybe those guys over there are making some noise. There's a business right behind me. And I'm like, oh, felt like somebody's, touching my vehicle. And he's like, no, I didn't see anything. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, sleeping. And he's like, do you have, he's like, what, but what else, what are you doing here? I'm like, I got a delivery. So he asks for which business, and I'm like, for PCE. I says yes. And then he tells me, he's like, okay, let me try to open the door or something like that. So he goes to open the door. There's a truck there. He's like, bring it here. I'm like, well, it's like, who knows how many pounds it is. Paperwork says 200. I'm sure it's more. I'm like, we need a forklift. So he opens the door and he's like, oh, there's a truck in the way over there. I'm like, it's okay, we can deliver it later. My thing is set for 7 a.m. So about, I don't know, I went back to lay down, and then I got up already, put my shoes on. All of a sudden I hear somebody knocking. Another gentleman from their facility says, okay, back in. So I went back in and got unloaded. That's the story. It was set for 7 a.m., but I guess they start at 6 a.m. So it all worked out great. Because now I got to get to Fife, and that's like 50 miles still. I'm already on the freeway. And Fife is, I don't know. We'll see how the going goes. Hopefully I can beat all the traffic and get down there. But that's a brand new video. That's a load that's coming from Fife and going straight home to me. So I've never like had this quick of a turnaround from here, and it's very rare that I actually, you know, get to go home from here, that a load comes up. So that's a brand new video we'll do on that one out of the Fife. So you guys, thanks for watching, thanks for being with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, it would be a great big help if you could, please. And if you could hit the thumbs up and write a comment, you know, that'd be awesome as well. You know, that's the biggest help somebody could offer somebody on YouTube, is hit the like, hit the subscribe, the bell notification. If you like the content, you want to see more of it, that way you don't miss any new videos, so you can get notified. Take care, guys. Won't be long, trust me. Won't be long for me anyways, maybe for you.